Welcome back to the home stretch. No, you're wrong. The guest is not Kofi. The guest is the other one. You know that one that they used to call Funky Mallam?
No, please. Punky Mallam.
Oh, Punky.
Punky Mallam.
Punky Mallam. That's the one who's our guest. And his name is actually Saeed Mohammed. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good to have you with us.
Thank you very much.
It's not very much.
It's not, you know, sometimes when you pay me there, it will turn to very much. When the cash flows, then the accent will change.
Your background is very interesting. He was born in Agbo.
I was born in Auchi.
Oh, Auchi.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
Schooled in Agbo.
Started schooling in Agbo.
Finished in Umar here.
Yes.
And graduated in Kano.
Yes.
Only you?
Only me. That is, I'm Wazobia now.
That's it.
The transnational Nigerian.
Wazobia.
And that's, I think, what our kids are supposed to be doing, so that you'll be able to appreciate people's culture, religion, background, and everything.
I agree with you.
Exactly.
Which language do you speak from that area?
Igbo.
Edo and you speak Igbo?
Yeah, I speak Igbo.
Mogbe. You understand Yoruba?
Yeah, I understand Yoruba, but a little.
Okay.
Because, you know, when I was coming to Lagos, the whole thing that I was carrying on my head was looking for money, no language again.
I like the honesty. So when you finished in Kano, you headed to Lagos to look for money.
Exactly. So learning of language, I just dropped that one.
Okay.
Yeah, so just let's look.
What exactly did you envisage that you would do to make the money when you got to Lagos?
Yeah, I think first it was the passion, because I had passion in acting, music, and every other thing. Because when I was in school, most of the time we do this Miss Campus and all this. So I used to write my own song, then we use foreign instrumental to back it up and things like. So I was even thinking that I'm going to sing, but unfortunately my mother just is not in good terms with music. So I decided to switch into acting. Then I started writing my own script. So I took my script to Lagos to sell, and that was how the whole thing started.
Were you able to sell that script?
Well, nobody bought it, because of that I could remember that I had to go to Alaba, and so they will now tell me that I have to go to Onitsha. That is where their headquarters are.
Yes,
so,
Onitsha
but I was
Market Literature.
Exactly. So I was fortunate enough to be introduced to Mr. Femi Lasode, then the producer of Shango movie. That time he just produced Shango, and the studio was off Evan Extra Studio at this in VI. So he now, when he went through the script, and he now said that it's a beautiful script, that means we can work together. So that was how the relationship started. Wow. Then they had already conducted an audition for Paradise Park, and I wasn't part of it. So he automatically gave me the role of Musa to play.
I find it very, very interesting. And I like how you started, that there's a culture we should have as a people. The culture of educating ourselves about our ethnicities, about tribes, and all those things.
Exactly.
But I don't know how easy it is to really market those things. Because sometimes Southerners have to literally scavenge, look for, search for diligently music from northern Nigeria. Why is that so?
Well, I think the situation, parents especially, are not making things easy for children today. If a parent come back home and in front of your children and you started criticizing other tribes, you understand? So they listen to you, and they think these people hate us, and they imbibe. They carry that kind of thing into their head. They go to school. If if I'm an Igbo guy, the next guy come to me because his father actually says something negative about me. He started seeing that kind of a thing in me. And he doesn't respect me anymore. Sometimes he wouldn't even like to play with me. So, but then, whatever grudges you had outside with some other person, let it be between you. You can say that you are all Nigerians. See it from that manner. But then try to teach your children how to respect people's culture and tradition and how to bring them together. It's none of your business. You understand?
It's strange because you can pass on your prejudices to your children.
Exactly.
But a child does not ask you where you are from before he becomes your friend.
Exactly. Exactly.
I like this boy. I'm going to play with him in class.
Sure,
exactly.
That's it.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. So it's like, when you look at, sometimes you now find religious crisis, then you wonder, is that what God actually said we should do? God created all of us, decided to make us of different tribes and race and all these things. They didn't make it so that we could come and be killing ourselves. No. Do you understand? Like I listened to one of the scholars talking about the prophet, looking forward to kind of addressing a certain issue where a pagan came to the mosque where the prophet and the disciples were sitting down and started peeing there, and they wanted to talk. He said, no, allow him to finish. And when he finishes peeing, he now called him. He said that, look, why did you have to desecrate our worshiping this thing where we worship? And it's like, we don't do things like that. Can you go to the place that you worship and do the same thing? He says, no. He said, please don't do it next time. And the guy was just cold-hearted, and it's like, he now prayed and said, God, put me and this Muhammad in paradise. And these other ones that wanted to talk harsh to me, that you just put them in hellfire. And he said, no, we don't pray like that. You pray equally for everybody. So, but if it is in this era now, that guy is a dead man. No? You enter mosque, go peace.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
You don't die with that now.
I agree.
So where did we see that from?
It brings me to your industry. Is it a kind of thing that plays out in any way, manner, shape, or form?
Yeah.
Really?
I think this issue, I don't know how it started, because we're looking forward to seeing that maybe this generation would have made things easier. You understand? But gradually, I think maybe, let me say, politicians are the ones that are destroying this country, because I have to win a certain seat. So because of that, I have to use all sorts of diabolical means to get that seat. And it doesn't matter how I get, if it is to disfranchise, to disintegrate the unity and whatever, I have to do it. This is what is killing this country now.
Isn't it all about in your industry? Isn't it all about making money? Is there a Hausa money, Igbo money, Yoruba money?
My brother, the point is that it is so surprising at the end of the day. And so many issues in the industry today, but then it's supposed to be based on merit when you are casting. It doesn't, it doesn't have to be because I'm doing a Yoruba movie that it has to be 100% Yorubas because it is Yoruba movie. As long as you are fluent in Yoruba, you can come in, and we see it happening. And then the same thing when you're an Igbo, it doesn't matter. Recently, this guy, a producer that lives in Canada, Pascal Atuma, and he invited me.
We interviewed him.
Yeah,
yes.
Exactly. He invited me into his movie and asked me to play an Igbo character. And later he was even telling me that his friends were saying that, why would you call an outside guy to come and play Igbo character? He said, because I've sat with him and he speaks Igbo with me, so I'm comfortable. And when I started doing, so people started, are you real Hausa? You understand? So there are a lot of things for us to exploit, for even people to see the other side of us.
Yes, there are a lot of comedians around. How has it been for you being a Hausa comedian in Lagos?
You remind me of Bendel girl in Lagos.
Exactly. It wasn't easy at all, because sometimes when some other people kind of recommend you, that was a guy, no, I don't think that Mallam will play that role. So tends to believe, not knowing that. I read mass communication, for God's sake.
Not theater arts. Not theater arts.
It's mass communication. When you saw me doing this accent and all this, I'm just depicting a character. That wasn't me. And that tells you that what kind of producers do we have?
Yeah.
How do they think? Are they creative? So until time came that somebody just decided to help me to break that jinx, Otherwise, I've been stereotyped completely.
You say in your write-up that you are the son of a cattle dealer.
Exactly.
How did you end up in school?
Well, my parents never went to school, and my father, came from a very comfortable family, but he decided to run out of home at the tender age. He's a rascal.
And go and live his own life.
And live his own life, and there's that thing that we believe that when your father is rich and is comfortable, some of your siblings from the other side will now cast some spell so that they will now chase you away. Because if the father died, you are the one that is going to inherit everything. So you just go away and leave it for them. So that was the kind of story, but me, I don't believe any story that comes. I just believe in my own lifestyle that I just have to move ahead. So I think that was the kind of thing but I don't care. So, but all I knew is that when he came out, he became successful. So that means you don't have to inherit your parents' whatever before you become successful in life. So he was hustling. He was even grazing other people's cows in the forest. Sometimes they will have to, buy cows and then you take them from one state to another through the bushes as a nomadic. And that was how he started making money.
This going to school thing is majorly a woman's thing.
Exactly. So, but then my own mother's side, though my mother did not go to school, but my uncle and then the other side of us, his children have gone to school, and then so they were educated. So because of that, my mother had interest in schooling. So when he got married to my mother, and then we started coming, and then at the end of the day, schooling was okay. Then she decided that they should enroll me. And
she agreed that you should go to school?
Yes, of course.
But allow me to go into your industry, because we have less than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm curious about this stereotyping, or rather de-stereotyping, that was done for you by somebody else.
Exactly.
I've always thought that Ali Baba, for instance, should be casted as a houseboy.
Exactly.
In a movie for once, not just always a rich man. Ejide Kosoko should be a Molwe driver in a movie, just so that we can de-stereotype.
Exactly.
These let an RMD, for instance, play a garage tout.
Exactly.
Just let's know that these guys are actors indeed, and they don't have to, always.
Because an actor has to be flexible.
Exactly. So, in terms of your industry, you've mentioned a few challenges. What are some of these things that you think need to be done in order for the creative arts in Nigeria to play its role in national development?
I think we need more educated and believable producers and directors. People actually that are very creative and actually knows the up and down of movie making. This will help a lot, because once you come, they believe they can change you, they can switch you to any role. And that actually, attracts the people that comes to watch a movie. Because I've been seeing you playing big man, the next thing the producer or the director switched you to play a tout, and I will really want to see how you play that tout. And you make money with that. That's why I like somebody like Kule Afolayan. Exactly. The movie that we just finished, I was just shocked. He gave me a script, and when I went there, he changed my character. And I have to start calling an Ibira man always to be asking me what to say. Do you understand?
Now that's cool.
How to say it.
Exactly.
That is cool.
You now see me speaking Ibira in that movie, but I was not told I'm going to play. It was when I just came to the camp, he now looked at me and said, "No, I want you to play this for me."
Oh dear.
Exactly.
That's a director.
And we killed it.
and do you see any form of segregation, like gender segregation or whatever in your industry, that need to be addressed, and by whom?
Well, I think we have come of a time that people actually wants to make money, especially with the availability of the international, platform like Netflix and Amazon and all that. So it wasn't business like before that. In those days, you actually know you are just producing to take it to somebody, so you don't care who you cast. You understand? So that actually happens in those days. But now, by the time you take it to these people, these are international bodies. When you take it to them and it is rubbish, they'll send it back to you.
Straight.
So now it is business for professionally. The casting must be perfect. Everything must be online before you be able to sell your job. So, except if you want to lose your money, then go and do friendship or gender or whatever.
Otherwise.
Exactly.
Otherwise.
Exactly. Otherwise.
What are you working on right now?
Well, I'm working on a project for real that we've started putting up the script, and I've started talking with the people that are going to sponsor the movie. They had interest in it, and in fact, they were the one asking me about the script, but the script writers are kind of a little busy, so they were the one delaying for now. But I don't want to kind of bring it out for now until we are fully ready.
It's
so
allowed.
I will return here and then we'll talk more about it.
It's allowed.
Exactly.
Well, all we can do is wish you all the best now. Punky Mallam.
Thank you very much.
Punky Mallam.
Punky Mallam. You have to punk it. I give it a weight.
Punky Mallam. We wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Born in Auchi, grew up in Agbo, then went off to Kano to go and get his degree.
Yeah, I'm at secondary school in Jos.
Hey. A well-traveled Nigerian.
Exactly.
But that's what Nigeria needs, really, so we can learn to appreciate each other more.
Exactly.
Thank you very much for coming.
It's my pleasure.
And closing Sunrise for us today.
Yeah.
So that's our show for today. You have been watching Sunrise on Channels Television, and you shall watch a new edition next Saturday. See you then. My name is Alero Idu, wishing you all the best.
And I'm Ayo Makinde. It's still Salah, but not the one they kill meat. Bye for now. Just